Good morning, wood butchers. Well, it's time to clean up the shop. It's a mess. But one of the bigger problems is the fact that I have this cart. It's from the old shop, and I use it to hold my clamps. They were hanging on the sides, on the backs, on the fronts. I use it for my grinder, which kind of worked good, but now that I'm using it more to fix up my electric mower blade because they don't do well with dull blades. I gotta figure out how to organize this better. It's on tiny wheels and it's gotten really heavy, and Rex and I think that it's time to update this a little bit. I'm thinking if I make this side and this side together and use the wood that's on the bottom, and I also have some bigger wheels I can install, I could make this cart to maybe 3 times as wide, still have room for all the stuff I like to pile on it, but I think it would give me a little bit more space. And I think if I use a plywood plate at the top, ooh, see, it just came to me. Plywood plate at the top, plywood plate at the bottom, holding them together, giving me much more width, bigger wheels. It's gonna roll better, it's gonna have more storage, and then I can mount the grinder on this back face. I'll make something up for that. And that'll give me access to all the sides. And if I happen to accidentally make and pick up a 2x72-inch belt grinder, well, I might have somewhere to attach it to. I don't know. Why would I do that? Anyways, this is the first little bit. Let's see what I can start doing. Started taking the clamps and other stuff off, but dang, let's work through this a little bit. All right, everybody. Little Rex came up with some good ideas, right, Rex? I wanted to make it really wide, but I don't know if it was going to fit very well in the shop. I found a 2x6 where it was kind of square on both ends. Kind of put it in here as a spacer. It'll work all right. It'll give me just a little bit of room here for something. I have a kind of one of those extendable ladders that might squeeze in there nicely. And so it's all rigged together. Now I just have to go and put the bottom part on and then put the wheels on. So next thing is to tip it up and get that all set up, but this worked out okay. Okay guys, be very quiet. I got a couple wheels on, but the elusive shop dog Rex has actually lied down and is sleeping. This is very rare. Anyways, back to the project. Okay, wood butchers. Just a little update here. Little shop dog took a big nap and I had to start a lasagna for the family. So anyways, I got it all on his feet. I think I'm gonna move the shelf little brackets here that I hook my clamps onto. I'm gonna put it on the other side and just use this for holding things. I think I'm gonna put my screws that I use on a regular basis, just make some shelf cleats and use some OSB shelving and that type of thing. But on the other side, took a little figuring out what I wanted to do here, which usually means I just sit and stare at stuff until stuff comes to me. I had that little support there, so I thought I'm gonna make a little bracket for my bench grinder, and seems to work good. It's nice and solid. Vibrates a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. No different than before. And the nice thing is, now I have clear space on this side and the other side, and I can sharpen things like lawnmower blades and all that kind of stuff a little bit easier. So that's the next part. I'll start reorganizing as we go. I'll catch you on the next little update. Okay, last update on this video, then I'll post it. I had made this previous clamp thingy. It worked pretty good. You know, I can organize these quick grip clamps, just hanging them on there. Problem being is that the handles. And you know what, before I was okay because I had a limited space with the handles kind of interfering with the other stuff and I could keep them all together. But hey, now that I got more space, I got to think this through. what I think I might do is cut this one in half, give myself so that the handles here can be side to side. I'm going to move that over onto this side. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And just keep it just enough away from here so I can work on it. Maybe lift it up a little bit. I don't know. If you have any suggestions or any ideas, leave me a message in the bottom of the video there. Otherwise, I'll keep thinking through it. Time to go in. I'm done for the weekend. Maybe I'll have some more time this week to putter around in here. At least this goes a long way to cleaning things up. Oh, and the other thing is, I've been able to clean up my buckets of screws. So now I know I'll be able to store them here. I'm going to create some more shelf cleats and cut some more shelves and stick them in there. So I'll be able to store some things I get to quite often. You know, you'd always get in your bigger buckets of screws, but now I have a bit more storage space. And I think I might make some storage solutions for over here. I have, if you look way in there, I have all my circular saws, track saws, things that I need to get to, but I think it might be easier if they were on this little rack that's easy to wheel around. Again, I'll percolate on that. Anyways, have a good week, guys. Try to stay out of the nasty weather if you're up in Canada. Otherwise, have a good work week, and maybe we'll see you next weekend.